We welcome Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh Shri N. Chandrababu Naidu on stage. We also welcome on stage Mr. Harshvardhan Agarwal, President Ficci, Mr. Vijay Shankar, Vice President Ficci, Ms. Jyoti Vij, Director General Ficci, and Mr. M. Prabhakar Rao, Chair Ficci, Andhra Pradesh State Council. I now invite Mr. Harshvardhan Agarwal, President Ficci, to present a green certificate to Honorable Chief Minister. A grove of 10 trees will be planted in your name, sir, at Trees of Migratory Birds, Chilikapalam, Andhra Pradesh. I now invite Ms. Jyoti Vij, Director General Ficci, to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone, and it's absolute honor to have Shri N. Chandrababu Naidu, the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra, amongst us to address the Ficci National Executive Committee members and the other delegates. Sir, as mentioned, we only do 6 meetings in a year, and we chose Andhra Pradesh because of the energy and the vision that the state has under your charge, and that's why we have members from across the country to listen to you. May I now request our Chair of the Andhra Pradesh State Council, Mr. M. Prabhakar Rao, for his opening remarks, please.
Good morning to all of you. Honorable Chief Minister, Sri N. Chandrababu Naidu Garu, respected Harshvardhan Agarwal, President Ficci, and Mr. Shankar, Vice President Ficci, Jyoti Vij, Director General, distinguished members of the National Executive Committee, esteemed business leaders, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to all of you to Vijayawada. As Chairperson of the Ficci Andhra Pradesh State Council, it is my great honor to welcome you to this significant session of Ficci's National Executive Committee meeting here in Vijayawada. Your presence underscores the shared commitment to advancing Andhra Pradesh's economic and industrial landscape. A warm and heartfelt welcome to our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu. Sir, your visionary leadership has propelled Andhra Pradesh to remarkable heights. Transformative initiatives like MSME parks in all the 175 constituencies, establishing Ratan Tata Innovation Centers to foster entrepreneurship, skill development, and the Zero Poverty P4 program to eradicate poverty by 2029 have positioned Andhra Pradesh as a global hub for investment and innovation. We are deeply privileged to have your guidance as we advance towards the Swarna Andhra Vision 2047, building a prosperous, innovative and equitable future for all. I extend a warm welcome to the senior officials of Andhra Pradesh, Ficci's national leadership and members of the National Executive Committee. Your participation strengthens the vital partnership between government and the industry. The Ficci Andhra Pradesh State Council serves as a dynamic bridge, fostering collaboration between the business community and the state government. We are actively facilitated Andhra Pradesh's participation in global forums and organized the Japan Connect Summit in Vijayawada in collaboration with the AP Economic Development Board and the Embassy of Japan. This summit has further strengthened Indo-Japanese ties by highlighting Andhra Pradesh's investor-friendly policies and thriving Japanese industrial ecosystem in Sri City, paving the way for increased Japanese investments in sectors like shipbuilding, electronics, automobiles, and initiatives like the dedicated SME park proposed in Tirupati. Today's session offers a platform to deepen this collaboration, exchange innovative ideas, and identify strategies for accelerating industrial growth in Andhra Pradesh. I am confident our discussions will yield actionable outcomes to propel the nation and propel the state and the nation forward. My sincere gratitude goes to Ficci's national leadership and the government of Andhra Pradesh for their unwavering support to the Andhra Pradesh State Council. I also thank the business leaders, government officials and media for your time and engagement, which amplifies our collective vision of positioning our state as an investment powerhouse globally. Let's unite in building a vibrant, sustainable and globally competitive Andhra Pradesh. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Rao, for highlighting some of the opportunities and why we should be looking at Andhra Pradesh and precisely why we are present here today. May I now request Mr. Harshvardhan Agarwal, our President, Ficci, to deliver the welcome address.
Respected Sri N. Chandrababu Naidu ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, senior officials of government, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, senior officials of government, dignitaries, members of NECM, welcome to this special session. It is both an honor and a privilege to have Sri Chandrababu Naidu ji with us today. Sir, with your unwavering focus on development, you have led the transformation of Andhra Pradesh from a largely agrarian state into a beacon of digital governance and infrastructure-led growth. As an architect of Hyderabad and the driving force behind e-governance, real-time administration and smart city planning, you have consistently demonstrated an ability to see the future and take decisive steps to shape it. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality, a principle that you have embodied through every phase of your political journey. Andhra Pradesh registered one of the highest GSDP growth in India at 8.21% for the year 24-25. With the state's economy reaching approximately around 16 lakh crores. This reflects the success of your policies from ease of doing business to digital transformation. What makes Andhra Pradesh truly special is the balance of tradition and modernity. While we remain the rice bowl of India, we are also pioneering quantum computing with India's first Quantum Valley Tech Park in Amravati. Your government's initiatives are reshaping the state's destiny. The Industrial Policy 4 is turning Andhra Pradesh into a global manufacturing hub with incentives for sustainable practices. The MSME Policy 4 is empowering small businesses, and the Clean Energy Policy 4 aims to make Andhra Pradesh a leader in solar, wind and green energy, attracting massive investments. These are not just policies, they are pathways to prosperity. Ficci is working closely with the state government through policy dialogues and facilitating participation of Andhra Pradesh in our flagship initiatives and sectoral summits like Maritime India and India Camp. We will continue to support the state government by facilitating interactions with the prospective investors in the focus sectors of Andhra Pradesh. Ficci has prioritized key areas such as rural prosperity, Make in India, sustainability and women-led growth. We are eager to collaborate with the government of Andhra Pradesh to advance these priorities, particularly for MSMEs, which form the backbone of the state's economy. By focusing on capacity building, skill development, technology adaptation and sustainable practices, we aim to empower MSMEs to thrive in sectors like electronics, renewable energy and pharmaceuticals. Honorable Chief Minister, your vision of a Swarna Andhra Pradesh by 2047, a state that is prosperous, inclusive and sustainable, is within reach. With your leadership, we are confident that Andhra Pradesh will soon be a $1 trillion economy and a model for the nation. Ficci stands with you in this journey Together, let us turn this vision into a reality. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So just wanted to highlight that we have started the chapter of Ficci Ladies Organization in Vijayawada, and they just mentioned that they started the Hyderabad chapter when you were there as the CM, and now that you've come here, we've started a chapter here. So that's how closely we try to follow you and your paths. An absolute pleasure to invite the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh to address our members. I request everyone to please welcome with a loud of applause. Thank you so much.
President Ficci, respected Harshavardhan Agarwal, Senior Vice President Ficci, Ananta Goenka Garu, Vice President Ficci, Sri Vijay Shankar Garu, Chairman Ficci AP Council, Prabhakar Rao Garu, Director General Ficci, Srimati Jyoti Vijay Garu, and National Council members and distinguished guests, friends. I am very happy to talk to you. This is a rare occasion where National Council are all here. You are the most influential body in the country for commerce and trade. This is the oldest organization. This Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry was established in 1927, more than 100 years now. We are proud of you. Next 1 or 2 years, we are going to celebrate 100 years. And also at the time, Mahatma Gandhi ji has advised G.D. Birla and Purushottam Das, Tako Das to organize some organization for business people. It is one of the most influential body also for policy making. We are all making public policies. To make public policies, always we used to take opinion from all cross sections of the society. From the beginning I am watching, there is one body, you are able to advise regularly to the governments, even not only now, even earlier. After you, so many organizations have come in business and all these things I have seen, NASCOM, CAI, so many organizations. Originally, business means all politicians used to think they are different, or otherwise we are having some inhibitions not to talk with business people at all. I remember very well, I used to go to Davos. So many politicians advised me not to go to Davos. Reason is very simple. In Davos, all rich people are there. Then you will get pro-rich image. That place is not only rich people, it is a place to meet everybody in one place. Academicians, politicians, policymakers, business people, you can learn, you can network, you can do business. So many things, so many advantages will be there. Then, in this country, first time, 9 times when I was CM for United Andhra Pradesh, 9 times I visited Davos, not 1 or 2 times. Just now, your Director General has mentioned very clearly, I used to support Ficci then and now also, even tomorrow also. That is my approach. Even some of the organizations, people are not associating because of so many reasons. I want to learn business is one. If you create wealth, then only you can do welfare. Then only you can eradicate poverty. In India, all of us has to understand, pre-1991, post-1991. Pre-1991, stable government, single party domination, one word I can say, monopoly. If you see at that time, some of you are well experienced. Outside people used to heckle us by saying Hindu growth rate. At that time, growth rate was only 2% or maximum 3%. One decision, that is economic reforms. I am proud to say that also as executed by Telugu man, P.V. Narasimha Rao. At that time there was criticism also. He has done because of compulsion. But very good decision he has taken up, opened up the economy. Competitive economy has started. Successfully, if you see in India, after that, P.V. Narasimha Rao government was minority government. He was able to manage reforms. After that, coalition governments, UF, and then UPA, and finally NDA. All these years, if you see, we are able to grow reasonably very well. Now we are having an advantage. Narendra Modi ji as Prime Minister. For the last 11 years you are watching. Stable government, respected globally, reasonable, I can say not only reasonable, we are growing very well. Compared to all other countries, India is number one in economic growth as on today. We are having some advantages, we got it. All of us has to remember this. Right time economic reforms, 1991. Because of economic reforms, everybody is thinking differently, innovatively. Then after that, mid-90s, technology revolution. I am very happy. I visualized, I took advantage, I promoted technology for the last 3 decades. Nobody used to understand what is IT. Then I promoted IT, and also that's why I constructed Hyderabad high-tech city to promote information technology. Then I brought all companies, including Microsoft, everything, that is a story. Today, another advantage India is enjoying, demographic dividend advantage. Whereas all developed countries are facing aging problem, including China. India is enjoying demographic dividend. If you can imagine 3 synchronizing for the last 30 years, we are able to grow sustainable development. Earlier, I used to talk about IT and high-tech city. Finally, we created Cyberabad city to promote information technology. Today, I am talking Quantum Valley and artificial intelligence. According to me, we are all inspiring time. Why I am saying, your companies, historical data is available. Data is wealth for future. Global knowledge is available with you. And artificial intelligence is a reality. Tomorrow quantum compute is coming. So that even supercomputer, all these things we are used to hear now, quantum computing is much, much faster than anything. Then ultimately, data is available real time. Satellite has becoming a now commercial. Earlier only ISRO used to produce satellites. That too very costly, very innovative way they used to do. Now it has been opened up. Satellites are going to come. That means very cost-effective data you can collect real time. Drones have come. Now China is going nano drones, just like mosquito. Even tomorrow, one mosquito, we are thinking mosquito, that is not mosquito, that is a drone. That is going to happen. That is where so many applications, pest detection, pest control, even mosquito control, carrying. One example, if you see, fishermen can get good fish. He can send message to his customers. Those who want, he can send by drone to his house. You can imagine the future developments, how it is going to happen. Either carrier or application, only imagination now to prepare use cases. CCTV cameras have come. You can put it everywhere. Even somebody is driving very rash, we can control him next 5-10 kilometers. Even drunken drive, even no seat belt, even all these things we can record. We can send bill to him. That will be the pinch. Then automatically will be corrected. Now drones have come, police patrolling. Night time so many police are touring. One drone is enough in a city to watch what is happening. All these things again it is going to link with a central computer. Tomorrow IoTs. Nowadays IoTs are becoming very common, and also wearables are coming for health. Everybody is eating by seeing glucose. Everybody is sleeping by seeing your sleep rate. Even half an hour extra like that. Even tomorrow hospital expenditure will be reduced. Now all hospitals have become 5-star hotels. If you see treatment cost versus to hospital stay cost, it has become a big 5-star hotel. Tomorrow why should you go to hospital? If you are sick, you can go. That too, curative you have to go. Not real-time monitoring also. We are working in a big way with Bill Gates. He is willing to work with me because of my past experience. Long back, 30 years back, I wanted to meet him desperately. He refused to meet me because I don't have any work with politicians. Then I insisted, I am having some work with you. I want to meet you. Then finally he gave me 10 minutes. I spent with him 40 minutes. Then I explained everything. The strength of India. At that time I used to say with passionate. Indians are very strong in mathematics. British people has taken our Kohinoor diamond also, that is from this place only. It has gone to Hyderabad Nizam, from Nizam it has gone to London. So they left English to us. English and mathematics are deadly combination for information technology. That is what I explained long back to Bill Gates. Then he told me, what you want? I don't want anything. After Seattle, if it is possible for you, come to Hyderabad, you start your operations development center in Hyderabad. Today after Seattle, Hyderabad Development Center is the biggest center for Microsoft. One vision how it will change. I asked him to come, he came. Now, President of Microsoft is from Telugu community, from Hyderabad. This is how sequences, how changes will happen. Not only wearables, sensors have come. If you, by November, I am assuring you in Andhra Pradesh, already I have done every member geotagging. That is Aadhaar authentication. Even child Aadhaar authentication. So I can identify every person with Aadhaar authentication. That is a big gift for all of us. Nowhere in the world this type of authentication. Next one, I am bringing all family members as a unit. Third one, every house I am geotagging. Tomorrow any crisis or any cyclone, I want to send medicine or food. Directly I can send any house where you require. That is the power of technology. Now we are preparing data lake. Central government programs, state government programs, and also its personal assets, liabilities, profession, everything will build. Individual security, family empowerment, we wanted to do in a big way. That is going to happen now. What I wanted to impress upon you, I am going to get all the data points, 42 parameters or 50 parameters tomorrow. Temperature, humidity, air quality, wind direction, reservoirs, water levels, then groundwater, even soil moisture, even the cyclone prediction, flood management, even cloud bursting, thunderbolts prediction. So many things I am going real time. I can alert real time with artificial intelligence. Data is available, historical data, knowledge is available, real time data has come. Now only by using that real time data, I can give 95% or 99% accuracy. That is where we are working with Bill Gates on health. Preventive health, real-time monitoring, if necessary, hospital, and how to handle health, we are going to do in a big way in Andhra Pradesh. It will be a model for others to replicate. First, Andhra Pradesh, you want to bring technology and knowledge, global technologies. We'll prove it proof of concept. Then it can be replicated all over the world. That is the work we are doing. Now, only imagination. Now we need more and more leaders to visualize, plan, and execute. That is the order of the day. Because you are all business people, very shrewd people, you can engage even CEOs and technical persons. Imagine big way, execute, everything is possible. There I am creating Vikasit Bharat is the vision created by our Honorable Prime Minister. Now we are creating Swarnandhra 2047. That is where 2.4 trillion US economy we wanted to reach by 2047. If you visualize in this country, if you say, I can say one thing, long back, nobody used to prepare vision document. Around 2000, I prepared a vision document for Andhra Pradesh, that is combined Andhra Pradesh. That vision, if you see today, more than that, it has happened in Telangana state, especially Hyderabad. With strong foundation and ecosystem creation, highest per capita income in India is Telangana state. And also most livable city in India is Telangana state, Hyderabad city. Only all these things happened 25 years time. Today what I am conceiving, by 2047, Andhra Pradesh will be #1 state. You call any parameters, it will be the best state. We are building now, I got 2 opportunities to build capitals. Hyderabad, I built Cyberabad. Hyderabad, Secunderabad, I added Cyberabad. That was inaugurated by Bill Clinton, the then President of America. Today I am building Amaravati, one of the most beautiful. After retirement, you have to come here and settle here so that your expectancy of life will increase. Why I am saying it is a green city. Hyderabad was a brownfield city. It is a greenfield city. Roads, greenery, water, green energy, and also all utilities in a duct, even district cooling. Wherever there is a new concept, no need to go to there. You come here in Amaravati, all technologies we are going to integrate and build futuristic city. Nobody can beat us after 100 years. That is how we are visualizing. We are going to build that city. So, as rightly mentioned, our friend has mentioned 8.21% GSTP growth, second place last year. This year onwards, we are planning for 15%. I gave a clear directions to my people where we have to focus, how to bring investment, how to execute things, role clarity, everything we are working in the direction. Per capita income also, as on today, if you can imagine, 2,70,000 rupees per capita income. With 15% growth rate, I can achieve 65 lakh per capita income. There is a beauty of business also, you are having ideas. If you go for 7.5% and 15%, there is a difference of 15%. If you grow double the growth rate, 4.5 times increase over a period of 2 decades. You should have witnessed with CAGR. I have grown 14 to 19, 13.5% growth rate CAGR. My successive government has grown 10.3%, 3% reduction. It makes all the difference. If they should have done 13.5%, by this time, income should have become double. I lost because of 3%, 7 lakh crores GSTP. 70,000 crores revenue for the state. This is very, very important. Even India, according to me, we have to grow double digit. It is possible. Even our Honorable Prime Minister is working in that direction. If you can grow double digit, then nobody can beat us. We are having one more advantage you have to think over. As on today, Indian industry is doing very well. Globally, Indians are doing very well. I don't have any doubt future is for Indians and also for India. Even population, if you see today Bihar and UP are increasing population. Growth is very good. All other states already population is decreasing. 2.1% replacement level. Country has reached 1.9%. The present advantage will be there up to 2047. If you can plan population management, 146 crore population, China is 130 crores now. 146 crores, it will become 165, 170 or 180 crores. As on today, 4 crores are outside India globally, migration. If you can make 30 crore Indians outside, every country, more than 150 countries, then as on today, highest per capita income are Indians. Tomorrow, corporate governance and public governance, more than 150 countries we can dominate by doing service to those people. That is the beauty of Indian population now. People are thinking population is a liability. It is not a liability. It is an asset, according to me. But sometimes people are working, even there is no work because of AI. Certainly, AI will reduce jobs, but it will increase productivity. It will enhance income, prosperity. So that I am promoting nowadays, don't work hard, work smart. Your cell phone is enough for you. The days have gone, I have worked so much, exploitation, all these things, everything is now smart work is coming today. For the last 1 year, I am streamlining my administration. We are able to create very good confidence in investors. 3 major industrial corridors we are having: Visakhapatnam, Chennai Industrial Corridor, Hyderabad, Bangalore Industrial Corridor, and also Chennai, Bangalore Industrial Corridor. 3 industrial corridors we are having. Future is for green energy. I am asking all of you to follow green energy. People are not measuring as on today. We are working in that direction. From the beginning, I had a vision on energy. 1999, power sector reforms I brought. At that time, everybody told me, don't do power sector reforms, you will have a problem. But I implemented. Today, that has become a model for the country. Everybody is following now power sector reforms. 2014, I started implementing solar, wind, green energy. Today it has been matured. Future is green energy. All vehicles, petrol, diesel are going to become irrelevant. Then solar energy, we are very strong. India is very strong. Added to that, Andhra Pradesh is having one more advantage: wind energy. I can create nearly 12 gigabit as on today. I can enhance further. And also we are having another advantage: pumped energy. Always green energy, you are having clarity, either wind or wind is having certain pattern. That is wind hours. That is only evening. Solar energy is certain pattern, daytime when there is sunlight. How to bridge the gap, either thermal, all these things, that is another thing. But green energy is the future. For that, either pumped energy or a battery. Battery is costly as on today, but rates are coming down. And also pumped energy is permanent and sustainable and cost effective. over a period of time, long-term planning. So we are having all advantages. Not only domestic consumption, I am thinking, I wanted to use ports for export of green hydrogen, green ammonia, and also downstream industries. Already with the NTPC and Government of Andhra Pradesh, we are working one project in Visakhapatnam, 1,87,000 crores investment. Another project, Greenco, is working in Kakinada to export green ammonia. So this is the future. I am requesting all of you, you have to go in a big way for our requirement, green energy. That is where I am promoting democratization of our generation. Governments will work as supply demand management. Whenever you are having surplus, I can take. Whenever you are having deficit, I can give it to you. Or nowadays, you are going on your own also. Even transmission charges, we are going to charge. Recently, we got very good advantage. Some of the ArcelorMittal steel plant is coming, 1,45,000 crores. BPCL, one more port they are coming with their project around 1 lakh crores. Even LG Electronics in Sri City, 10,000 crores. And also on green energy alone, we are going 10 lakh crores investment within 5 years' time. It is going to create 7.5 lakh employment. We are planning balanced development. You are willing to come. Backward areas, we are going more incentives. That is the policy I have taken. That is where Rayalaseema is green energy, electronics, aerospace, defense, and also all high-tech industries in Rayalaseema. North Coastal Andhra, Visakhapatnam as hub, we are going in a big way. Google is coming. Sea cable, we are going to get it from Singapore to Visakhapatnam. And also chemical industry in a big way, pharmaceuticals and tourism, and also steel manufacturing in a big way in Visakhapatnam. Godavari districts are very strong in aquaculture, food processing, that is another area. Amaravati, Quantum Valley, innovations, and also futuristic technologies, and other areas we are going here. And ultimately, I am appealing all of you, technology how we are using, one example I am giving. Within 1 year, all my government services are online. As on today, by using WhatsApp governance, because WhatsApp is very popular, everybody is using. Otherwise, through app also I can provide services that is not used by customers as on today. Around 703 services I am providing manually as on yesterday. Today, 503 services online. By August 15, all 703 services will be online. No need to come to any office, it is online. Even sometimes downloading, they may take some time. For example, they want to book RTC rate. If they dial that number, hi, such and such a place, such and such a place I want to go, this is the time. Then it will give the buses, names, everything. You can book straight away. No need searching, no need again going to details. That is the organization we are building. So another thing I wanted to make it very clear. So that is where I am saying we are in very inspiring time. Ultimately, I am appealing all of you one thing. Originally, 2nd generation reforms I started. P.V. Narasimha Rao has started economic reforms. You are all benefiting today. Go through history. I started off talking information technology. At that time, telecommunication sector was regulated, BSNL, VSNL. I used to fight against it. Then the then Prime Minister Vajpayee ji, he constituted a task force. I was the co-chairperson. Central Minister Jaswant Singh was the chairperson. We gave a report for deregulation of telecommunication sector. Today, everybody is having cell phones. I used to say at that time, cell phones. Some of our friends are here. They used to heckle me. Cell phone can feed food. What is going to do it? Today, wife and husband can miss, but they cannot miss cell phone. That is the after of the day. That is the future. One cell phone is enough. You can do any business anywhere in the world. So these are all the things. Even I am very happy I gave a report for digital currency. Now I am promoting 500 rupees also should be abolished. Why I am saying, slowly in South India people are distributing. We are doing everything. In elections we have to give money for the voters. If you give voters money, where you are going to get that money? Politics, we are polluting. Then every field, we are polluting. That is where I am not now. For the last 15 years, I am promoting the concept. 2,000 rupees at that time also, I requested Honorable Prime Minister, abolish. You are asking me to give a report. This is a digital currency. You are introducing now 2,000 rupees. How can we justify? That is what I requested him at the time. He told me it is only temporary, stopgap arrangement. In course of time it will go. After that 1,000 rupees has also gone. Only 500 is there. Ultimately 100 or 200, everybody should go for digital currency. Even common man, vendor, even pushcart fellow, he is very busy, he is not taking money. He is saying only thing, if you give money, I have to go to court, to the bank, I don't have time. You give digital currency, then it is easy for me to operate. That is the order of the day. Here I am requesting one thing from you. We are earning money. Compared to others, we are better off. Because of economic reforms, I am using this word P3, public-private partnership. Government will create a policy. Industrialists, you are creating wealth by having partnership model. Either colleges, either technology, power, roads, infrastructure, everything by collecting utility charges, user charges. Now this process, as an economist I thought, trickle down effect will come. Even poverty will be eradicated. But it is not happening so easily. As a policy maker, I am thinking today, again, it is all of our responsibility now to eradicate poverty, to provide better living standards. If you can go to Europe, Europe is having equitable distribution of wealth, more or less. If you go to America, inequitable distribution of wealth. After some time, wealth has no meaning. It is only for name. Such and such a person, what is his wealth, market cap, 100 billion, 1 trillion, it is only on paper. And at the same time, some person on the road is unable to get 100 rupees a day or 500 rupees a day. Proper nutritious food or education to meet his health expenditure. This is where I am requesting all of you, give back time has come. That is where Bill Gates, 99% of his wealth is going to give back to the society. Vedanta has announced 75%. Now I am coming, they are all spending on sectoral development. Somebody is spending on environment, somebody on spending on education, orphanage, so many areas. But what I am promoting, public-private people's partnership. Take people as capital, as asset. All of you are here. Some people may got legacy transfer of wealth or business. Some people first generation, born in a small family, who emerge great leaders. Even I born in a small family. Now I am teaching, I am promoting organization or governance, public governance. Narendra Modi ji, born in a small family. Even NTR born in a small family. Ambedkar, same thing. Ambedkar life is a better example for all of us. At that time, Bank of Baroda King has given 10 rupees for his education in Mumbai. Then $12 a month he has given to study in abroad. Then Ambedkar has become a great man, great intellectual. What he has written Constitution, even it is relevant for future also. So what I am proposing here, top 10%, bottom 20% we have to adopt, mentor, guidance, timely assistance, continuous short term, medium term, long term. We got an occasion, we have molded ourselves. Even those who born along with us, they are in the same position, more or less same position. Why can't you take this responsibility? One for one, one for many. I named one program. This is P4. Margadarshi, who is the top 10%, bottom 20%, Bangaru Kutumbam. Adopt, I am creating a platform, Swarnandhra P4 platform, so that I wanted to bridge the gap between haves and have-nots. You cannot control growth of economy. If I can say public policy, nobody should grow beyond this. That is detrimental to the society. But at the same time, as a policy maker, my responsibility is to promote, to inspire, to bring poor people above poverty, ultimately better living standards, ultimately reduce the inequalities between haves and have-nots continuously, so that everybody should have better living standards in this country. That is the best society we can envisage. There, all Ficci is having a role. One thing I am asking you, invest in Andhra Pradesh, see the governance. Earlier I used to talk ease of doing business, now I am talking speed of doing business. For the last 1 year, 25 cabinet meetings, 25 state investors promotion board meetings, 25 state investors promotion committees. We have cleared all the proposals. Every 15 days I am clearing. We got proposals nearly 9.5 lakh crores investment as on today. It is going to create 8.5 lakh employment. We have created nearly 5 lakh crores proposals. They are all on ground today. So you do that. And also second thing, I am requesting all of you, Ficci, Director General is here. She is permanent. All presidents are coming and rotation. That is every organization. So I am asking her to promote P4. That is public-private people's partnership. So that people will remember us, or otherwise there will be hatred after some time. Society should be peaceful. So I am promoting this. How to work it out, all of us will work it out. Ultimately, we are very keen to work with Ficci by having collaboration to promote MSME. Wherever you are having technical knowledge or expertise, we want to work with you. And ultimately, we want to take the benefit. I wanted to produce a proof of concept for the rest of the country. I am telling you again, another 10 years. Very inspiring time. Don't miss. If you miss now this 10 years, you will miss even future. That is my advice. Because you are all in the field, think globally, act globally. Distance is not the constraint. So I am confident Ficci will move in this direction, and Ficci organization has to contribute for the national development and Indians to be the global citizens or global leaders. With this, I am thanking all of you. Thank you. Thank you, Arata.
Sir, it was an absolute delight to listen to your very visionary speech. So your vision on technology, the future areas of growth, the business language, the business-friendly approach, alongside the compassion and empathy that you talked about in your Triple P approach, sir, which is very, very attractive, and we'll definitely work with you. This does make Andhra very attractive and absolutely the right destination to be at, and the credibility of you having done it in the past. I mean, nothing can stop your state from becoming $1 trillion and a first state, and I'm sure Ficci members will take advantage of it, and we'll work every which way to promote this, sir. So you've kindly agreed to take just a few questions. So we have a past president, Mr. R.V. Kanoria, in the room. May I request him to make some observations? Yeah. Brief, sir, because CM has time constraint.
Thank you very much, sir. All I can say is that I'm a proud investor in Andhra Pradesh, and we have two plants, one in Visakhapatnam, both are in the chemical industry, and in Naidupeta. And I mean, our experience has been incredible, particularly after your having taken over. We find things are much easier, and the very fact that I have never been to the Secretariat is a testimony to the efficiency of Andhra Pradesh. We have been privileged today to have been witness to your process of thinking, and if I am allowed to make a small comment, I am reminded of William and Hannah Barbara, who created the Jetsons. I don't know, as a young person, if anyone, I am now 70 plus, so I am witness to the era where Jetsons was created in the 1960s of a futuristic society, which many believe will become real not too far into the future. But to have thought of that in the 1960s remind me of you, sir, of how you are thinking of the same way of the future. I mean, we have seen your contribution to the IT industry, and we see witness to the fact that India today is one of the the global leader in IT. So I would like to see it move away from what it is, more into innovation and R&D, and to become more product oriented rather than process and service oriented. But that, I think, is one of the things which IT industry needs to do now. But I would like to wish you the very best, both in your industrial and economic objectives, and much more so in your social objectives. And there are not many people who realize that any form of disparity is ultimately going to lead to discomfort and hatred, as you use the word, in society. And I think we are witness to that in many parts of the world now. I don't want to name any particular country, but I think that this is something which is, and the very fact that you believe in the creation of wealth before the distribution of wealth is also very important, because sometimes we make the mistake of looking at distribution before the creation. So I would very privileged, sir, and I feel proud to be associated with Andhra Pradesh under your leadership, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Only one comment. Always, I am for pro-business. The reason is very simple. If you create wealth, I can distribute through welfare. If I won't create wealth, I can distribute only poverty. That is the reality. In business also, time is very, very essence. And complicated procedures will create so many problems, even bureaucratic hurdles, so many things. I am simplifying everything. As he rightly mentioned, past 5 years, don't keep it in mind. Andhra Pradesh had a very bad experience. Because of that, what I built brand, it has been damaged. People are asking now, even future, again, if that type of experiment will happen, what is going to happen? I am assuring you, we are very careful. Whenever I am careful, no problem at all. Now I am taking all precautions for continuation of this government. Reason is very simple. Narendra Modi ji is giving stable government. Because of that, consistent government is creating more balanced growth rate and sustainable growth rate. Some other states we are having a problem, but politicians are continuing previous government policies. One example I am giving you, I don't want to give other examples. I don't want to tell that also now, because I don't want to create bad impressions in our minds. This government is very clear in promoting investment in a big way. No other state is having advantage what we are having. On East Coast, 1,000 kilometers for sea. Every 50 kilometers we are going to have one port. Then I am building around 20 ports will come. Small, big, everything. Second one, we are having airports, around 14 to 15 airports. Within an hour, you can reach hub and spoke model. Now our railway track also, Kolkata to Chennai, one of the best, this one. Very soon, double gauge, what we are having 2 gauges, they are going to make it 4 lines now. And also national highways, I am focusing very much, all national highways. State highways also, I am going different models now. PPP models, sustainable one, how to attract, what is the money I am having, I will use it, logistics hubs. I want to reduce the cost of logistics compared to any other states, any other country also, by using technology, integration, everything. As on today, roughly 14% logistics cost in India, whereas 8 to 9% globally. That we have to control. Third one, as you rightly mentioned, product perfection. India, we are somewhere we are missing. Everybody is doing. Our products are not a global brand. Either manufacturing, especially. There we have to, service sector we are doing more or less better, and also lot of opportunities now. I told you only one thing, because of energy, if you reduce energy cost, totally power cost, and also logistics cost. And manufacturing, we are having advantage because of population and technology. If you can produce cost-effective products that to global standards and brand, then nobody can beat us. As on today, that is the biggest challenge we are facing. If you can give me ideas on product perfection and also mega scale production for global demand, how to meet. China has done that. China is a communist country, that is a different issue, but even democratic countries can go in that direction, then lot of opportunities for India. There I need your interaction also time to time for policy making, and also we can brief central government also for taking decisions and move in that direction. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. May I request Jalaj to...
Chandrababu Naidu Garu, 2015, we as Asian Paints set up a factory in Visakhapatnam. Karthikeya Mishra was a young officer at that time in Eastern Godavari. And that is the largest paint factory anywhere in the world, sir. So when you talk of scale, there is no paint factory that size even in China, even today. So it is possible to create those kinds of capacities. I also wanted to say in Naidupeta, we are setting up another factory of 1100 crores this year. And that is again in building products. Sir, the appeal that you made, just wanted to say two things. Didn't hear anything in the area of sports, because I know that is something very close to you also, and how as corporates we can work together with you in this PPP partnership. And the other is, as an organization, as Pratham, we are actually doing a lot of work in ICDS and the SALT project with Lokesh Garu in the area of primary education. So very happy to do more as far as those areas of engagement are concerned.
No, we are very happy, we will work together. That is, sports is one area where we wanted to create world-class infrastructure and also regular world events. Long back, around 99, 2000, I conducted national games, and at that time both Abdul Kalam and also Vajpayee ji as Prime Minister attended. We announced Olympic Games for India. Even today it did come. After that, World Afro-Asian Games has come. Then military games has come. By seeing that, they offered Commonwealth Games to Delhi. Very bad experience in Delhi at that time. So people lost confidence in India. Even small country, Australia, 2-3 times they are conducting Olympic Games. Biggest population is India. We are unable to conduct. Now present government is going to bid for 2034 or 35, 36. We are very happy. Now Andhra Pradesh, Amaravati, we wanted to create world-class infrastructure, the best infrastructure. Sometimes, always I used to compare Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, small countries, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs population. They are making best infrastructure and also sports as a tourism attraction also, economic activity. Even that is possible, we will work together. I am appealing all of you, yoga also. Recently you have seen yoga, how we have made it. I wanted to go yoga as a legacy. Everybody has to adopt yoga in our day-to-day activity. We gave a call, spend 1 hour for yourself. Either yoga or fitness exercise or both you can do, then no need to go to hospital. Some people are saying we don't have time, but time is there. How to manage time is important. So I gave a call. 30 days we conducted 30 events. I am very happy, lot of response. Morning hours, everybody, my officers, my politicians told me it is not possible. Then I said, no, it is possible. We planned 5 lakhs to come and participate single location yoga. But ultimately 3,01,000 participated, Guinness record. This is the first of its kind. And also 22,000 students of tribal schools, they have conducted Surya Namaskar in single location simultaneously. 108 Surya Namaskars with 108 minutes, 108 minutes. It has also got Guinness record. We got so many records, 21 World Book of Records. We want to compete in Guinness record, but they are very commercial and also very high price. So we got a World Book of Records. So our people are having capacities. And also if there is a good product, execution also, takers also are many. That is where I wanted to impress upon you. Prime Minister has promoted this. This is a very good concept. All of us has to adopt it. Even Ficci has to promote yoga now. That is the future.
Thank you, sir. Roma, do you want to make an observation?
Namaste, Honorable Chief Minister Ji. I'm Roma from Google India. We are deeply fortunate and grateful for the partnership conversations that are ongoing with your team for Andhra Pradesh. But I wanted to today speak more as somebody who's leading the technology chapter for Ficci. You've been a massive inspiration for all of us. The work that has happened under your leadership in the last 5 decades clearly shows that when you've been a very technology first, innovation first, future first leader, we can see the impact in the economic development and improving the lives and the livelihoods of the citizens. I don't know how much time we have, but I would love to understand more on the work that you're doing on AI, developing the AI ecosystem in India. And you spoke about quantum, and for Swan, Andhra Pradesh, what are some of the key policies or initiatives that's close to your heart that you're driving currently?
Thank you, madam. As you rightly mentioned, now future is creativity. I told already, everything AI has matured. Now Indians are very strong in using AI. If you can go ChatGPT, highest users are from India. That is where our people are, anything they are adopting very fast. That is why I am saying quantum computing also I am introducing now. Government of India has introduced quantum mission. That is on 2023 they have done, but they didn't take forward. Now on quantum computing, IBM, TCS, L&T, they are working with me, Government of Andhra Pradesh. I am involving IIT Madras and also Tokyo University, Purdue University, world best universities. We are bringing institutions of excellence, IT companies and users. This month 30th, same hotel, we are having workshop, how to take forward. Earlier, I had a problem, IT, how to promote. When I used to talk about IT, everybody used to mischievously also in politics sometimes. I pushed it like anything. Over a period of time, it has become a reality. Now, as you rightly mentioned, future is for technology. And also we are going for creative city also here. Bombay and Amaravati, 2 centers they have announced. That is where creative city. We wanted to go all technology driven with creativity in all walks of life, especially entertainment, everything. So we are all thinking differently. We are ahead of time. Sometimes people may not understand immediately. When some takers are following, one example I'll tell you, in Hyderabad when I started development, nobody used to understand all these things. Then I started one by one. I gave a call to people. Don't sell your lands. I am developing. Land appreciation will be there. You will get more money. Wait some more time. Some people are, you are all aware, need and sometimes temptations they sold. One example I am giving you, all of a sudden some people got heavy money. They don't have suitcase also. They used to keep in gunny bags. And they used to go to at that time Taj Hotel, biggest hotel. They don't know how to enjoy. Then they used to say, costliest whiskey in our hotel you serve. That brand he didn't know. That is how it has been transformed. If you see Hyderabad, surrounding Rangareddy district, all 4 sides Rangareddy district. In Andhra Pradesh, that was the poorest district, backward district, over a period of time. Now, in India, Rangareddy district per capita income is the highest in India, not even Bombay. That is how it has happened over a period of time. All these things because of knowledge economy and technology driven. So this is the future you can imagine now.
Thank you so much, sir. You have a lot of vision and a lot of ideas and a lot of things that are happening, and I'm sure we'll all love to partake in these opportunities that are emerging. May I request our Vice President, Mr. Vijay Shankar.
Sir, one question, sir.
Thanks.
So, Nenu Srinivasrao from Loyola Engineering College, Professor, sir. First of all, I want to congratulate you to create a world record regarding yoga. I myself practicing yoga for the past 25 years, sir. సో ఈవెన్ కలెక్టర్ గారు కూడా నేను ఎవ్రీడే బీఆర్టీఎస్ రోడ్లు చూసేవాడిని, చాలా చక్కగా ఆర్గనైజ్ చేశారు. సో ఐ వాంట్ యూ టు కంటిన్యూ దిస్. మీరు స్కూల్కి డిక్లేర్ చేశారు సార్, అట్లాగే ఇంటర్మీడియట్ టు డిగ్రీ కాలేజీలు కూడా కంపల్సరీ చేయాలని చెప్పేసి నా ఉద్దేశము. అండ్ సెకండ్ పాయింట్ ఈస్, I worked as a training and placement officer, sir. Still the problem is there. Colleges నుంచి మనము డిగ్రీ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ గురించి కాకుండా వాళ్ళ ఎంటర్ప్రినర్గా మనం తయారు చేయడానికి వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ పాలసీ? సెకండ్ వన్, థర్డ్ వన్ సార్, నేను 2 years మా ఫాదర్ విలేజ్లో ప్రెసిడెంట్గా చేయడం జరిగింది సార్. లాస్ట్ టైం నన్ను నిలబడమంటే నేను మా బ్రదర్ నిలబెట్టేసి బల్లికురం మండలం ప్రకాశం డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ సార్. ఇన్ స్పైట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఆర్ట్స్ లాస్ట్ గవర్నమెంట్లో యునానిమస్గా ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఎలక్ట్ చేశాము. దాంట్లో మా పాత్ర, మా ఫ్రెండ్స్ పాత్ర ఉంది. ఇట్ హ్యాస్ బికమ్ నెంబర్ 1 ఇన్ దట్ మండల్. సో నేనేమంటానంటే సార్, వెబ్సైట్లో ప్రతి విలేజ్కి కూడా కనుక మీరు వెబ్సైట్ పెట్టగలిగి గవర్నమెంట్ పాలసీస్ కనుక యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్గా తీసుకెలిగితే ఇట్ వుడ్ బి వెరీ 5 yearsలో సార్ మేము నెంబర్ 1 చేసాం సార్, బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్వాల్వ్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద పీపుల్. So I want you to take these 3 points in your mind, sir. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, brother. First of all, I am congratulating you. You are practicing yoga for the last 25 years. That's why you are very healthy, and everybody should practice yoga in their day-to-day life. That is one. We are making yoga in a big way to promote. Second one, as you rightly mentioned, I wanted to promote every family, one entrepreneur. One family, one entrepreneur. Earlier, I promoted IT. I used to promote every family should educate your children. That too, especially information technology and latest technologies, and also professional education. People used to go there. Because of one single decision, as on today, if you see, all over the world, Indians per capita income is the highest. You go to anywhere in the world, straight away you go to posh locality. You talk in Hindi or you talk in English, people will come and listen to you. All locations are occupied by Indians. That is the strength of Indians. As on yesterday, Jewish was the richest community in so many cities. From now onwards, another 15-20 years, Indians will become #1 wealthiest community globally. It is going to happen. There is no doubt about it. Here I am promoting one family, one entrepreneur. To stimulate this, Ratan Tata Innovation Hub, Amaravati, one hub for the state, and also 5 centers I am creating: Visakhapatnam, Rajahmundry, Vijayawada, Tirupati, Anantapur, and also I am bringing best industrialists to head this organization, to guide it. Local industries will be the partners, and also one university as a knowledge partner. As on today, biggest challenge for us, industry and academic excellence is missing. And also government will be a regulator. Every constituency there is an industrial park. There we wanted to promote every family, one entrepreneur. I want to streamline trade, service sectors also in a big way. If Ficci, that is where I told them, I am confident. Earlier in Andhra Pradesh, some of you are aware, 95 before Andhra Pradesh was agrarian state. Then I wanted to promote entrepreneurs. I used to take entrepreneurs from here all over the world. Even Asian Paints is an experience. 2015 he came. He wanted to start his industry at that time. I told him what is the size, all these things. I remember at the time also, that is a big industrial group in paints. Immediately I cleared everything. He had that experience also. At that time I used to take Andhra entrepreneurs globally, networking, collaborations, and also learning from each other without any expenditure from government side. You can believe me, 6-7 years, Andhra entrepreneurs have become #1 entrepreneurs globe in India. There was a slogan also. Entrepreneurs has become entrepreneurs. Everywhere. We had a problem of IIT admissions also at that time. I promoted consciously 2% originally contribution from Andhra Pradesh for IITs. After that, 20% national pool. It is all how to motivate, how to inspire, how to create that ecosystem is important. That is where we are doing. You are going to see in Andhra, at least 10-15 years, every family should have one entrepreneur. Every individual has to think how to do business at most efficiently. We will create that ecosystem. I will bring that players, everybody. What are all the role you can play in creating entrepreneurs? You can work together. I am going to create competition among all business organizations, either CAI or Ficci and others also. What is the success rate we will evaluate, and then we will demonstrate.
Thank you, sir. We take
I will be a good partner for you to promote. Be clear.
Vijay.
Shri Chandrababu Naidu ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Ficci, it is a proud privilege to extend our deepest appreciation to Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garuji, Honorable Chief Minister of AP, for joining us at this special occasion. So your presence and inspiring address redoubles our efforts in supporting Andhra Pradesh's remarkable journey towards growth and prosperity. Honorable Chief Minister, your leadership has kickstarted Andhra Pradesh's transformation into a model of progress and innovation. Your pioneering initiatives, such as the development of Amravati into a world-class city, revamping of the AP Economic Development Board, promotion of renewable energy projects, have redefined the state's trajectory. Sir, many people can transform one state in their lifetime or build one capital city in their lifetime. I think very few people will go down in history of having the opportunity and vision and ability to have created, transformed two states and two capital cities, sir. Sir, Andhra Pradesh's vision to grow GSDP to 15% is truly a remarkable target that you have set for the state, and you have put it out publicly. I think on behalf of Ficci, all we can say is that we would like to work with you on this journey. Sir, as I was sharing with you, my uncle was the president of CII 20 years ago, and when I told him I was coming to have an opportunity to meet with you, he was full of praise, and he said he still remembered his CII tenureship presidency as all the meetings with you with great fondness. And I really appreciate the chance that you have given Ficci to outdo CII in our partnering with you and partnering with Andhra Pradesh in your journey towards transforming Andhra Pradesh into the best state in the country by 2047, sir. Sir, once again, our sincere gratitude to you, all the ministers and officials of your government, for their steadfast support in fostering industry-government synergy. Sir, we'd like to thank Mr. Sri Prabhakar Garu, Chair of the Ficci Andhra Pradesh State Council, and Mr. Jitendra Nimagada Garu, Co-Chair of the Ficci Andhra Pradesh State Council, for driving the activities of Ficci in the state. And we see that you've got a lot more work for them in the next year to come, sir, with the workload that you've given us. The role of media in highlighting Andhra Pradesh's achievements and potential is invaluable, and we are grateful to the members of media for their presence today. Finally, we extend our sincere gratitude to all the attendees for your active participation and your questions. Your commitment fuels our shared mission to elevate Andhra Pradesh and India on the global stage. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
స్కూల్లో పిన్ని లాస్ట్ వర్కింగ్ డే, రిటైర్మెంట్, సర్ప్రైజ్ గిఫ్ట్.
అవును, అమ్మకి ఒక సర్ప్రైజ్ గిఫ్ట్.
మరి తనకి నచ్చుతుందా లేదా? బాబాయ్ రిలాక్స్, పిన్నికి 100% నచ్చుతుంది. ఓ అంత చూరు పిన్నిలాగే మలబార్ వారు కూడా మంచి మనసుతోనే చూస్తారు. ప్రతి దశలో వారు బాధ్యత వహిస్తారు. సోర్సింగ్ మరియు తయారీ నుండి సేల్స్ వరకు. మలబార్ తమ ఉద్యోగుల పట్ల న్యాయమైన కార్మిక పద్ధతులను పాటిస్తుంది. సురక్షితమైన పని వాతావరణాన్ని కల్పిస్తుంది. అంతేకాదు తమ స్వర్ణకారులకు తగిన రివార్డులు ఇచ్చి వాళ్ళని ప్రోత్సహిస్తుంది.
అయితే ఈ మలబార్ నెక్లెస్ నిజంగా తను పాటించే విలువల్ని ప్రతిబింబిస్తుంది.
మలబార్ గోల్డెన్ డైమండ్స్, ద రెస్పాన్సిబుల్ జ్యువెలర్.
Welcome back to the Racing News Show. Coming up this week, we round up all the week's racing action and ask who has the strongest team heading into this year's Tour, Pogačar or Vingegaard? This week in the world of racing, we learnt that the UCI are looking at potentially restricting gearing in pro races. Boxing has the weigh-in, cycling has the backwards gear rollout. We also learnt that Rabobank are back, at least they will be for the Tour de France. Visma Lease Bike put out a teaser video for their new kit that we'll see in competition a week on Saturday. We also learned that Jasper Philipsen can not only sprint like a champ, but he can avoid crashing like one too. Whew, that was a sprint finish of the Balois Belgium Tour. Yikes. Nearly as impressive actually though as Tom Pidcock's handling skills, which he again put on display last week on a descent whilst being filmed by 2018 Dakar Rally champion Matthias Walkner in Bavaria. Incredible speeds, but I think I'd have wimped out on the tow rope. Finally, we learnt that next year's Giro d'Italia Women will take place at the end of May, straight off the back of the men's race. A great move, I'd say, because right now it overlaps the men's Tour de France, which means it's often overshadowed and doesn't get the attention it deserves. On to our main talking point now, and with the Tour getting ever closer, I've been looking at the start list shaping up. Now squads aren't fully confirmed as of writing this show, but it's pretty close for Visma and UAE. Currently, we're looking at Van Aert, Simon Yates, Jorgensen, Kuss, Fini, Benoot and Campenaerts to back up Vingegaard for Visma Lease Bike. Then for UAE, we've got a long list of Adam Yates, Almeida, Pollitt, Sivakov, Soler, Wellens, Navarez and Novak. I'm going to be pretty ruthless and be a fantasy tour team boss by narrowing UAE down to just 8 for the purpose of this. So I'm really sorry Novak, I'm sending you back on an altitude training camp this July for the Vuelta. Both squads though have some insane talent. Just last week UAE won 2 stage races in the form of Balois Belgium Tour and Tour de Suisse, while Almeida was particularly strong in Swiss, winning 3 stages and the overall. He'd be a Tour contender in his own right, and of course could well be if Pogačar does suffer any serious bad luck. Visma, of course, though, are a force to be reckoned with also. Van Aert counting for 2 riders, and then you've got this year's Giro winner as your super domestique. 35 race starts at the Tour for Visma Lease Bike, all in. Only 1 debutant, Affini. 35 starts also, though, for UAE. Navarez is the debutant there if he does make the cut officially. In terms of wins, UAE are definitely ahead on this front, mainly thanks to Almeida, who has had a remarkable string of results. So he's won 3 stage races on the bounce this year, Basque Country, Romandy and Swiss, which is pretty crazy. He's had the most World Tour wins this season behind the rider he'll be supporting at this Tour, Tadej Pogačar. Visma Lease Bike are a little behind on this stat front, but arguably the races they have won count for slightly more. Simon Yates, of course, winning the Giro and Jorgensen taking home Paris-Nice. When the race heads uphill and into the mountains, I actually think though that Visma are the ones who'll have the most riders left as the pace gradually ramps up. Despite UAE's hit list this year and their strength in depth, Visma still nudge it for me on this aspect. Almeida, I think, is going to be present until the very end, as is Adam Yates for UAE. But personally, I think Simon Yates, Jorgensen and Kuss will also be left present in any similar situation, giving Visma perhaps 1 extra teammate for when things do get super sticky in the mountains. Whether this stat is relevant or not in terms of climbing prowess, I'm not sure, but if you look at the weight statistics, UAE come in at an average of 67.8 kilos, whilst Visma are 69.4 kilos, and that is looking at data listed from Pro Cycling Stats, just taking into account those support riders. Who has the biggest engine though? Now this one is a tough ask because both teams have some serious diesel firepower for when it's needed. But personally, I think you can't beat Wout van Aert on this front. I'm sure many of you will agree too. Yes, UAE have the likes of Pollitt, Wellens and Navarez to pull far and fast when needed, but I think it's the versatility of Van Aert and the sheer power that man possesses which makes him the most valuable teammate for anyone in my book. His performances at this year's Giro for Simon Yates, I think, are perhaps the most recent proof of this fact. Over at UAE though, I think you've got to take into account Tim Wellens as the rider who perhaps fills this role and also is someone who's going to play a really pivotal role at times for Pogačar. He has huge horsepower too, but I'd say his value over someone like Van Aert is that he's going to go much further into hillier terrain than his compatriot. Time and again he has shown this by consistently being exactly where he needs to be to put down some serious power at the front, setting up a key attack for Pogačar. Just look at the way he strung out the bunch out on the suppressor at this year's Milan-San Remo as a perfect example. Personally, looking at each squad, I'm looking at Visma Lease Bike as the slightly stronger squad heading into this year's Tour. On paper at first glance, UAE, they have an incredibly strong lineup. We've been talking about it here at GCN HQ this morning actually. Even riders who aren't listed on the long list that can step in. It's probably easy at first look, considering how much they're winning at the moment, to be like, right, yeah, they are the strongest squad at this year's Tour. But for me, when you really dive into Visma's squad, they too have a list of riders like no other. Essentially, what we're looking at this year's race is a head-to-head of two super teams. Who will come out on top? That's up for Pogačar and Vingegaard to decide ultimately, but it's going to be one heck of a battle. What do you think, Visma or UAE? Let me know in the comment section down below. Right, on to a roundup of the week's racing. With the Dauphiné complete, it was the turn of the Tour de Suisse to take centre stage as the Men's World Tour finishes final tuning ahead of the Tour de France. It was Raul Almeida who took the overall win, as we said, after a dominant display in the final mountain TT and a solid bit of riding all week actually, in which he won 3 stages, including that final TT. Stage 1 was a rain-soaked affair with Romain Grégoire of Groupama FDJ taking the stage after showcasing some strong descending skills to chip away solo from the day's breakaway. The second stage was taken by Vincenzo Albanese of EF Education Easy Post, who won the uphill sprint to the line with a powerful finish. He edged out Fabio Christen and Lewis Askey into 2nd and 3rd respectively, with Grégoire holding overall.
If you ask someone about in-demand career paths, you'll often hear about DevOps, cybersecurity, and cloud computing. But how do you know which one suits you and your career ambitions best? We are hosting a free masterclass conducted by an industry expert to help you gain insights and discover the best fit for you.
गारंटी से सेफ और मार्केट से ग्रोथ आजकल स्मार्ट लोग वही चूज करते हैं। मतलब जहां मार्केट का अपसाइड मिले और इन्वेस्टेड अमाउंट भी सिक्योर रहे, आपको ये दोनों मिल सकते हैं एक ही प्लान में। यस, विद एक्सिस मैक्स लाइफ कैपिटल गारंटी सॉल्यूशन मिड कैप मोमेंटम इंडेक्स फंड के साथ अगर आपने 30,000 पर मंथ का प्रीमियम पे किया होता इन 2005 for 10 years, then in 2025 you would have got around 3.9 crores market linked return plus 36 lakhs guaranteed return. इसमें इनबिल्ट लाइफ कवर तो है ही, so your family stays protected और टैक्स बेनिफिट भी मिलेगा अंडर सेक्शन 80C। यानी सेविंग्स भी हो गई, इन्वेस्टेड अमाउंट भी रिटर्न होगा मैच्योरिटी पे। You will get the upside of the market too, पैसा भी सेफ और ग्रोथ भी सॉलिड। अब सोच क्या रहे हो? Just click on the link below to know more.
The returns shown are based on historical benchmark index data and do not reflect actual or expected returns of Axis Max Life funds. Past performance is not indicative of future results. No warranty expressed or implied is made regarding future performance.
On to stage 3, and it would be Quinn Simmons of Little Trek, who won from a breakaway, going solo with around 20 kilometres to go, holding a small gap to the finish. Again, Grégoire held overall by the day's end, but it'd be on stage 4 where he would be tested. Raul Almeida won the day on the 4th stage for UAE Team Emirates and took a minute back on Grégoire as the key GC favourites came to the fore. Oscar Onley and Ben O'Connor rounding off the day's podium. Onley would win the following day's stage before Jordi Moose won the bunch sprint on stage 6. Almeida, though, would then go on to turn things up a notch on the penultimate 2 stages, winning both and laying down a big ride to win that final TT stage by 24 seconds to cement overall victory. Over in Belgium, we saw the Balois Belgium Tour last week, a 5-stage race that saw the likes of Filippo Ganna, Tim Merlier and Jasper Philipsen present. It would be Merlier who took a pretty chaotic Stage 1 win. A race finish I remember well actually, with a number of pretty sketchy corners and tramline crossings to add some spice and adrenaline. Philipsen nearly went down in the run-in, but looked to hold himself up by the skin of his teeth. That was a save and a half. It would be the Belgium, though, who would take Stage 2. Philipsen just winning the throw to the line ahead of Milano at the line in Put. Stage 3 would be an individual TT. Time for Ganna to shine and gain some good race TT practice ahead of the Tour. Favourite for the stage then, but it'd actually be Ethan Hayter of Soudal Quickstep who took the win. The British rider beating Ganna by 4 seconds over the 9.7 kilometre course, averaging 55.4 kilometres an hour. Florian Vermeersch came in third, 16 seconds back. That win for Hayter, though, put him into the lead, heading into the race's 4th stage by just 2 seconds, and was his first of the season too, and some solid competition. Into the hillier terrain of the Ardennes, though, and typically this is where the race is really decided in terms of the overall. Hayter did his best to hold on to overall, but ultimately it would be Jenno Berkmoes of Lotto who took the stage victory, with Hayter coming in 20 seconds back. In 4th place was Filippo Baroncini of UAE, though, who managed to tip ahead on the GC by just 4 seconds. Quite a dramatic finish too, on a stage that finished up a climb to Deux Bois, in scorching heat as we've seen across most of Europe the past week. The race's final 5th stage was won by Merlier, bookending his race and showing good sprint form ahead of the Tour, the European champ edging Milano to the line. GC held as of the previous day, with Baroncini taking the win by those 4 seconds ahead of Hayter in 2nd and Jenno Berkmoes in 3rd, thanks to that brilliant win the day before. All in then, 2 overall victories for UAE in just 1 week. Over in France, it was the 4-stage long Route d'Occitanie. Nicolas Prudhomme took overall victory for Decathlon AG2R Le Mondial, mostly thanks to his performance on Stage 3, which he won by 1 minute 53 seconds on the summit finish to Les Ardennes, over David Picanzoli of Polti Visit Malta and Steph Klaas of Total Energies, who was 2 minutes 26 seconds back. Overall positions, which stayed the same until the finish of the race. Raul Garcia Pierna of Arkea B&B Hotels won the race's opening TT, whilst Marianne van den Berg took victory in the sprint finish on Stage 2 for EF Education Easy Post, and Thibaut Gruel won the final stage for Groupama FDJ. In Denmark, it was a new World Tour race called the Copenhagen Sprint for both men and women, with equal prize money on offer for both. A mostly flat route for both, as is typical in this part of the world. The women raced over 151 kilometres, with the action concluding with a predicted bunch sprint. Lorena Wiebes powered to victory, proving how she is the fastest rider in the peloton at the moment, winning by several bike lengths over Elisa Balsamo and Chiara Consoni. In the men's race, I did a slight double take actually, when I saw that Jordi Moose took victory in what was a chaotic finish. The Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe rider had, of course, taken victory at Stage 6 of the Tour de Suisse just 2 days before, but had managed to receive permission to leave that race early, skipping the final 2 stages and heading to Denmark, where he duly delivered. Lots of racing last week then, and don't forget you can catch all the action on Discovery Plus and Max. It wasn't all though, as the Giro Next Gen took place as well, a stage race that is seen as a solid future predictor of pro talent, alongside races such as the Tour de l'Avenir. Big shout out to the Irish riders in the race who took back-to-back stage victories. Good job guys, solid effort. It was Sean Dunwoody of Bahrain Victorious' development team and Adam Rafferty of Hagens Berman's Jayco who took stage 4 and 5 respectively. It was Slovenian Jakob Omrazel of Bahrain Victorious' development team, though, who took overall victory by just 12 seconds over Luke Tuckwell of Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe rookies. I'm sure we'll be seeing those names again very soon. In other news, a belated happy birthday to Eddie Merckx, who turned 80 last week. Interestingly, in media interviews following that birthday, the greatest men's cyclist of all time said that both Pogačar and Evenepoel should take on the hour record, which is quite an interesting one. It would be great to see. He felt his career wasn't complete without it. A 3-year contract extension was signed for Jake Stewart of Israel Premier Tech last week. The British rider won a stage at the Dauphiné recently aboard Factor's head-turning new aero bike and has ridden strongly all season, and also took a win at the 4 Days of Dunkirk in May. Unfortunately, Geraint Thomas was forced to pull out of the Tour de Suisse. He didn't start stage 4 as a precautionary measure after a crash the previous day. He's hoping he's fit and healthy for his final Tour de France. According to Dan Benson, Sam Welsford is set to join Ineos on a 2-year deal. The Australian had a great start to the year, winning 3 stages at the Tour Down Under. During this year's Giro, Belgian rider Dries de Bont made comments to the media about how he had worked for rival team EF Education EasyPost on stage 20, mainly as a way of proving himself and essentially marketing his strengths with a view to gaining a potential contract. Since then, it's emerged that the events have been referred to the UCI Ethics Committee due to the fact that the integrity of the sport has been called into question. Sounds like a potential misstep for the Age2R Le Mondial rider, with possible sanctions a consideration, it seems. Depending on the findings of the committee, but I do admit it sounds slightly harsh to me, especially as he was quite open in explaining why and what he did. Anyway, that's about all we have time for this week, folks. Dan will be back next week after he has recovered from a rather long bike ride here in the UK between Manchester and London. Take it easy all, enjoy the racing.
முடிகிற வரைக்கும் அவளால அந்த அறையிலிருந்து வெளியில வர முடியாது.
யோ 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 கோஸ்ட் கோலாரே.
இன்னைக்கு இந்த தீவு முழுக்க ரத்த வாசனை வீசணும்.
Welcome back to the GCN Racing News Show. Coming up this week, a Volta Catalunya which almost came down to the wire, an E3 and Ghent-Wevelgem that didn't get close to the wire, a Ghent-Wevelgem Women's in which Lorena Wiebes took her 100th career win, and the most impressive sprint I have seen in a long time. Plus, I'm going to look at why Mathieu van der Poel is so hard to beat right now. I think even Poggy's going to struggle on Sunday. This week in the world of racing, we learnt that Tadej Pogačar didn't race E3 or Ghent-Wevelgem. Boo! Exactly. But the reason was that he is racing Paris-Roubaix. Yay! I cannot wait to see that. Less than 2 weeks to go and only 6 sleeps till Flanders. The first Christmas of the year is well on its way. We also learnt that Matt Brennan is the real deal. His stage win on the opening day of the Volta Catalunya was staggeringly good. Tibor Del Grosso had gone clear on the final wet descent. Brennan had also got separation from the bunch, only he had Caden Groves on his wheel. Groves being the best sprinter in the race on paper and a teammate of Del Grosso's. And what ensued was somewhat ridiculous. In the finishing straight, which is gently but consistently uphill, he had to chase down Del Grosso while simultaneously trying to make sure he had enough left in his legs to beat Groves to the line. And he could not have done it any better. He got past Del Grosso just before the line, and Groves didn't have enough power to get past him. Now, we do need to take into account that Groves had done Milano-San Remo 48 hours before, but nevertheless, Brennan is a monster. And he appears to be able to do almost everything. Sprint, tackle short climbs, and make all the right decisions tactically in big races. And finally, we learned that Mathieu van der Poel is currently unstoppable in one-day races. He's 3 from 3 so far in 2025, which is an ominous sign ahead of his 2 big goals of the spring and the whole season, the Tour of Flanders and Paris-Roubaix. So on Friday at the E3 Saxo Classic, he was caught on the back foot in the early part of the race because a crash split the bunch in the early stages. All of the favourites actually were caught behind, but because the others had teammates in the front group, it fell on Alpecin's shoulders to take control. That they did, and everything was under control when it came towards the crunch point of the race, which is the run into the Tynberg. There, Ben Turner of Ineos Grenadiers did an incredible piece of work. He lit it up over the top of the Kortekeer, the climb before it, and then blasted it all the way to the foot of the Tynberg, which is no mean feat when that's something that most teams want to be doing. He did some real damage to the peloton, but also to himself. I was actually stood on the side of the Tynberg watching the race, and so I saw firsthand how deep Ben Turner had gone there. And it really brings home what a brutal sport it is when you see it up close and personal. I mean, imagine telling someone they need to do 4 minutes as hard as they could possibly go, and that effort finishes just before one of the hardest climbs in the race. He crawled up that climb, but he did get up it, having done an amazing job for his teammate Filippo Ganna. And it worked, actually. It was Mads Pedersen who launched an attack over the Tynberg with MVDP on his wheel, but Ganna did manage to get himself across to those two. They then caught Kasper Pedersen and Emil de Gent, who'd anticipated before that crucial section of the race. Those five remained together over the following climbs, including the Paterberg, and then when the proverbial hit the fan on the Oude Quaremont, Van der Poel hit the front at the start of the cobbles, and then one by one the others dropped off his wheel. He didn't get out the saddle, he didn't put in a monster attack, he just set a searing, relentless pace, and just towards the top of the steep section of that climb, Pedersen's legs said no. What ensued, though, was still very interesting, at least for a while. The gap was a slender one, and it even came down slightly, but then, just like last year, Van der Poel seemed to find an extra gear, and he eventually cracked Pedersen good and proper, going on to take the win by over a minute. Now, I would love to know how much of Van der Poel's riding, once he's on his own, is tactical. And what I mean by that is he riding in a way that is so controlled, he's toying with those behind him, making them think they can catch him and luring them into going into the red as they desperately try to get onto his back wheel for a breather? Or is it just that? The chaser always goes that little bit deeper to try and get back on the wheel, and when that doesn't happen, they then fade more. I don't know, but for the last 2 years, it's looked like Van der Poel might get caught by Van Aert or Pedersen, and then something's happened and the trend in that gap reverses. What I do know is that Van der Poel has become a lethal weapon because he has got more clever over the years. So in his early days on the road in pro road races, I said more than once at the time that I didn't think he knew how to race smartly, and I actually stick by that. He'd never needed to learn racecraft. Wins had come so easily and often to him in the junior ranks because he was that much better than everyone else. So it didn't really matter how he raced there, his talent meant that he'd win. That Amstel Gold win, for example, in 2019, we'll never see something as exciting like that from him again because he'll never make a move like he did that day that was destined to fail. It did fail, really, and he got dropped from the favourites, but then against all odds, he managed to pick his way back through the field and take one of the most memorable wins cycling has ever seen. Now, though, he is much smarter. He doesn't seem to get bored waiting for the race to open up like he used to, and let's face it, he's probably even stronger than he was back then too. And that is why it's so hard to beat Van der Poel right now. He's the complete package with a killer instinct and the legs to back it up. That doesn't mean that he's going to win on Sunday in Flanders, of course, but there's no doubt that Pogačar is going to have his work cut out to beat him this Sunday. Anyway, back to the E3 Saxo Classic. We basically knew the result and the order of the top 3 riders with at least 10 kilometres to go. Ganna held on for third, a further minute back. Kasper Pedersen of Soudal Quickstep took fourth, which just goes to show how important it is to get ahead of the big favourites before they make their move. Easier said than done, of course, but there's no way that Pedersen or Soudal Quickstep could have expected to get a top 5 of that race before the start, and especially when 3 of their 7 riders crashed out in the first 20 Ks. Pedersen outsprinted Sturven, Kung, De Gent and Wellens, whilst Mike Turnison won the bunt sprint for 10th place. 6th in that sprint was Wout van Aert, who cut a bit of a forlorn figure through the race. Again, I spotted him on the Tynberg, and he wasn't just out of position, he didn't really look comfortable on the bike. And since that's where the race was made, he was never really in the race. Now, a few weeks ago, after Omloop Het Nieuwsblad, I said that I thought the main issue for Van Aert was his positioning and perhaps not wanting to take as many risks after all the crashes that he'd had over the last couple of years. But it's actually starting to look like a combination of that and legs, frankly. Right now, he is just not the Wout van Aert of old. And I really hope he can turn it around for Flanders on Sunday or Roubaix the Sunday after, or both. But at this point, it's not looking too hopeful. Nor is it for Visma as a whole in these races. Jorgensen is as solid as ever, but they're not like the killer bees that were dominating proceedings just a couple of years ago, especially in the semi-classics. So what did we learn from E3? Not a huge amount. Van der Poel confirmed his form, which wasn't a big surprise really, 6 days after winning MSR, and Pogačar wasn't there. I guess in some ways, though, that does add to the intrigue of this Sunday's battle. Both riders have, I'd say, improved since they last locked horns at the race in 2023. But like I said earlier, one of the ways Van der Poel has improved is in his tactics. He just can't seem to do anything wrong at the moment, and so that's going to make him very difficult for Pogačar to beat, even if he is marginally stronger on the climbs on the day. Here's hoping they both get there in good health and without any crashes or mechanicals on the day. We will, incidentally, have a full preview of both the men's and women's Tour of Flanders coming out for you this Wednesday, so stay tuned for that.
మీకు వివరాలన్నీ మెయిల్ చేస్తాను. అలాగే సార్. ఆంటీ ఒక ఫుల్.
ఇందండి.
ఆంటీ ఐస్.
కొద్దిగా తాగండి. ముందే ఐస్ వేస్తే జ్యూస్ తక్కువగా లభిస్తుంది. సరిపోయిందా?
దుకాణం కచ్చాదా అయినప్పటికీ పని పక్కాగా ఉంటుంది ఆంటీ.
దుకాణాన్ని పక్కాగా నిర్మించాలి. పేపర్స్ తక్కువగా ఉన్నాయి కదా, మరి నాకు లోన్ ఎవరిస్తారు?
ఆంటీ లోన్కి కావలసిన కొన్ని పేపర్సే తగ్గాయి కదా, రండి మాట్లాడదాం.
పిరామల్ ఫైనాన్స్, మేం పేపర్ కంటే ఎక్కువ మీ ఉద్దేశం చూస్తాము.
ఆంటీ ఒక జ్యూస్.
When flight prices dropped, Vikram could finally start ticking off his bucket list. Expedia, made to travel.
On to Catalonia now, which saw Primož Roglič at his very best. Lethal, methodical, calculating, getting the job done, essentially. He just gets the job done, doesn't he? The race was his 23rd GC win at pro-level stage race and his 17th at World Tour level. And to give you some sort of comparison, Merckx in his time won 18 at World Tour level. So even if you discount Roglic's win at the UAE Tour a few years ago, which wasn't around in Merckx's day of course, it leaves Roglic too short of the Great Belgian. Now the slight caveat to that is that there were some races which were less prestigious in Merckx's time and some that were more prestigious. So these sorts of comparisons can always be taken with a pinch of salt. But nonetheless, I do think it serves to show just how good Roglic has been for so long at this point. His win last week in Catalonia, like so many of his stage race wins before it, seemed to hang on the balance of bonus seconds. Roglic and Juan Ayuso went head-to-head in most of the hilly or mountainous stages, and in the opening one, Roglic seemed surprised that Ayuso was still near him after his initial surge to the line. It was a close run fling, but Ayuso pipped into the post and took the race lead with it. The following day, the roles were reversed, and having taken a total of 13 seconds of bonuses throughout the day, Roglic wrestled the leader's jersey away from Ayuso. Brennan was back at it, winning a second stage, this time into Amposta on day 5, before pulling out of the race to rest up. Ironically, actually, pulled out of a stage that was drastically changed due to high winds, and one that he would have had a decent chance of winning had he started it. Quinn Simmons of Lidl Trek took that one, and so the GC came down to the final punchy day in Barcelona. And that was super interesting. So UAE and Ayuso completely mucked up the first intermediate sprint there, which gave Roglic the provisional GC lead. But then the results switched on the next one, which Roglic and Red Bull mucked up. So we've got 3 circuits and 3 climbs remaining, and Ayuso sitting 2 seconds in front of Roglic. So Roglic needs to finish 3rd or better on the stage, which means either a decent sprint, which is a good possibility, and no riders in front sweeping up the bonus seconds, which wouldn't be so easy when Red Bull have worked so hard already. But then Roglic attacks on that climb with 18 k's to go. Not only can Ayuso not follow, nobody else can either. He never got a huge lead on the day, but it never really dwindled either. And so Roglic wins the stage with what by his standards was a really long range attack, and with that wins the overall classification too. Now to get back to what I said earlier, he gets the job done, doesn't he? He knows what he needs to do and just does it. Year in, year out, and now he's won more top level stage races than most riders in history. 3rd overall went to Enric Mas of Movistar, who had a really consistent and strong race, with Landa 4th and Martinez 5th. And the other stage that I didn't mention already went to Ethan Vernon of Israel Premier Tech. Roglic also won the point and mountains classification, whilst Ayuso won the best young rider, although that obviously wasn't what he'd gone there for. Great race though, I really enjoyed that one. Now, I'm not going to spend quite as much time dissecting Ghent-Wevelgem, mainly because we don't have any footage to use, and I'm sure you don't want to see my ugly mug too long. So in the men's, Lidl Trek played it perfectly from start to finish. In De Moeren, the famous open section near the coast in northern Belgium, they were well represented in the front split after they'd helped to make it. After that, they were very rarely on the back foot. Pedersen looked very strong indeed, and with 70 k's to go, he accelerated on one of the gravel plugstrats. Now initially he had Philipsen and Coy for company, but the Belgian punctured and then the Dutchman crashed, sustaining a broken collarbone. So it left Pedersen alone, chasing the early break that had already been joined by Victor Kampenaerts. Once the catch was made, he dropped them one by one and then found himself alone with 56 k's still to go. And that was that. The group behind were thwarted by a combination of fatigue, a lack of cohesion amongst the sprinters teams, and, how should I put this politely, some dissuasive tactics, shall we say, from his Lidl Trek teammates. But that doesn't make Mads Pedersen's win any less impressive. He might not be one of cycling's aliens just yet, but he's knocking on the door, that's for sure. That was his third win at Ghent-Wevelgem, a record he now holds as Sagan, Bonen, Cipollini, Van Looy, Merckx and Einamer. In the women's, there was a bit of a selection the last time up the Kemmelberg, but from that moment onwards, the group just kept swelling in size as riders chased back on, and nobody really took it to SD Works at the front. With Lotte Kopecky and Lorena Wiebes always seemingly in the right moves, it makes it very hard for other teams to do anything. But surely, at this point, plan A has to be, don't come to the finish line with Lorena Wiebes. Her strike rate this year, and let's be honest, for the last few years, speaks for itself. If she's in the group and it's a flattish finish,